Hola, cage fighting connoisseurs. This is Kid Nate at Bloody Elbow. I'm thinking about changing my name to Creep Nate. Eugene, what do you think? Creep Nate?
You know what? Creep was cool until Radiohead ruined it. And then it's like when I got this tattoo with a big knife on my arm with liar in the center, and I was like, man, that's pretty fucking. That says it all, doesn't it? A big knife, liar, and then Rollins comes out with the song, and everybody's like, oh, like the Rollins song. I'm like, hey man.
You're a big Rollins fan. Everybody knows it.
I don't know. We used to be pals.
I see. Used to. Well, we are here. Eugene Robinson and I, author of Fight, everything everyone know about ass kicking, but something. And I'm not the author of Fight. He is. We're here for the Care Don't Care preview for not one, but two UFC events. First, UFC Fight Night 90 featuring Rafael dos Anjos versus Eddie Alvarez. Then the Ultimate Fighter 23 finale featuring Joanna Jedrzejczyk versus Claudia Gadelha. Jedrzejczyk. What did I say?
Jedrzejczyk.
What did I say wrong? I said that.
No, you did. You didn't say that.
I said Jedrzejczyk.
You said no, yeah. Jedrzejczyk.
Jedrzejczyk.
Yeah, believe me, the mockery at the household for me saying it wrong has been high and mighty.
Well, you live with a Pole.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Right. But it's brutal. It's a brutal taskmaster, man. It's like I'm a German or something, you know.
It's weird.
Jedrzejczyk. Yeah, okay. Jedrzejczyk. Yeah, okay. Fucking back off with the Jedrzejczyk.
None of my kids notice, so it's funny. Anyway, all right. Okay. So, Eugene, we need a disclaimer.
Crybabies and bedwetters. This has less to do with your skills and talents as a martial art or human being, and much more to do with the marketing heft and weight put behind you by the parent organization Zuffa. So if you get in the don't care column, realize that there is a way to get out, fight a fight that we care about. It's possible. It'll happen. But until then, don't come crying to us.
Well said. And so we've got two
crybabies, bedwetters.
I even put bedwetters in the description on YouTube at your.
And other guys are like ripping us off, man. It's like I'm going to quote the Wu-Tang here. I don't like anybody biting off our shit.
I see. Well, I agree. I agree heartily, but, most sincere form of flattery, Eugene. Just take it for what it's worth. But first, we've got UFC Fight Night 90. It's got a passel of cards. I'm talking about 8 fights on Fight Pass.
State school.
Yeah. Fight Pass.
SAT word power. Passel, baby. P-A-S-S-E-L. Thank you, Nate.
Well, that's the kind of thing we learned up at the farm in rural Oklahoma. So, anyhow, we've got 8 fights on Fight Pass, 4 fights on – the whole thing is on Fight Pass. It's all tomorrow night, and then 4-fight main card on Fight Pass. I can't believe the whole thing's on Fight Pass. Rafael dos Anjos goes from set to fight Conor McGregor on one of the biggest pay-per-views in UFC history to headlining on Fight Pass on Thursday.
This should be an object lesson. It is better to be slightly underprepared and maybe peak too soon than to be over-prepared and injured. How about that?
Yeah. Yes, or even just fight hurt, take your beating and your money.
I think at this point we could all agree that he'd have been better off had he taken that fucking fight, win or lose.
Oh yeah, cash money would speak for itself.
Not taking that fight, straight up loss. And if that's not a lesson for everybody standing around watching, it most certainly should be.
Indeed. Live and learn. All right.
And look, it's a fucked up game. What can I tell you? I understand you want to be your best, but this is where it ends up. A Thursday night Fight Pass
with Eddie Alvarez, the guy who's permanently in the doghouse.
Tell you, you going to be able to take your purse and buy a Rolls Royce with it? I'm just curious.
I don't think so. That's my guess is no. But you might be able to buy dog food or something. I mean, or to feed the family. All right. So it's I've got to monetize our video here. All right. So now we dive right in. We've got so many fights on this card. First up, welterweights Vicente Luque versus Alvaro Herrera.
Good going, don't care.
No, me neither. Bantamweight Marco Beltran, Reginaldo Vieira.
Almost care because of Beltran, but not enough to care.
Yep. All right.
How do you like that? Almost care, but not enough to care.
It's touching. Mm-hmm. Lightweight Lucas Sajewski versus Gilbert Burns. I know I said Sajewski wrong, but
Sajewski, I like the way you said it. Still don't care. Man, this job gets easier and easier.
It is. This show's writing itself. Bantamweight Jared Sanders versus Felipe Arantes.
Sorry, do not care.
Yeah, I almost care about Arantes, but
almost.
I don't. All right, Bantamweight Russell Doan.
Almost, because his last name sounds like arachnid, but that's a real reach.
That is a reach. Bantamweight Russell Doan and Pedro Munhoz.
I don't care.
I almost care about Pedro, but you're being a bad influence, Eugene. You're leading me astray.
See, right. I want everybody to know where we are right now. This is, see my little tote sheet. That's what we got.
That's what we got. That's what we got. This Fight Pass subscription is paying for itself. All right, Bantamweight Anthony Burchak versus Delano Lopez.
I don't care.
I don't either. All right, now I've got one. Lightweight Mehdi Baghdad versus John McDessie.
Yeah. Oh man.
I care because of McDessie.
I care.
Taekwondo and the wheel kicks and the hook kicks and the question mark kicks or Brazilian kicks, as Thomas Rios got fired for calling it. All right.
You know, I had this friend, and she was a R-rated movie star, and maintained for a long time, I'll never do hardcore. There's no need. It's a sewer. And she went.
I got to Donna Shalala this just to show people that I can Donna Shalala.
But you missed it's the end product. The end product changes. It illuminates different things each time.
I say, well, okay, we'll run out the string.
It's like Rashomon. So so she says, I never do it. Goes through a messy divorce. Is deep in the red with the ex-husband. Has to pay him up. Ends up doing hardcore. And she said, oh, Eugene, I could send it to you. I don't want her to send it to me. But I did want to see it. So I went out and got it, and there was something horrible and magical, like the ring in the Lord of the Rings. You put it on, it's like magic, but then there's this deep unease, dis-ease that goes along with watching something that clearly somebody is doing because they are compelled by forces outside themselves. And that's how I feel about McDessie while fighting this fight. It's like, this is the best deal you got. Wait a minute, this is the best deal I got. So, yeah, see, that was worth it, right? You didn't need to Donna Shalala that.
It's yeah, fair enough. So he's lost 3 out of his last 4, which is
so. Hold on, so we do care.
Oh, we care. I'm a McDessie sucker, man. Even though he was one of the worst interviews I ever did, and reminded me why I don't do fighter interviews, but anyway, but back.
My thing is, I mean, how I got started with the fighting the pro thing. If I had an interview and it was going crappy, I would just challenge a guy to a fight. That's how I start. People want to know, how'd you start that whole thing with fighting the pros? That's how I started.
I see. Well, that's easy for you to do, but for me. Not such a live option. All right, so Baghdad's only lost 1. I got to pick him to beat McDessie, even though
me too.
I'm a huge mark for McDessie. But
okay, so Baghdad I pick as well.
You're chickening out, Eugene. Ducking.
Nah, I'm a good guy who lost his last 3 fucking fights. Forget that.
Younger Eugene would have picked against me just like he challenged Cain Velasquez to grapple.
I did, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one of my last. That was one of my last few of those too.
How'd that work out for you?
I was all right. Then I pushed it.
I see. Always.
I pushed it with something that would have amused anybody who rolled with me. I think I put a thumb in his throat.
I see.
And I thought, dude got a look on his face like, okay. Well, bingo, and then it was punishment time.
I see. Lessons were administered, although whether they were learned or not is an open question.
Yeah. All right, I challenged him again subsequent to that, and he denied the challenge. So
I see. So have you ever had the I believe it's the hair sociopath spectrum test? Have you ever taken that? Are you capable of recognizing consequences? Or?
I wasn't interested because they haven't sent me royalty checks for it. So
I see. Well, I got to look out for number 1. All right, now welterweight Alberto Mina versus Mike Pyle.
Oh boy, I care because of Mike Pyle.
Yeah, I care too because of Mike Pyle. I can't believe he's still fighting. I can't believe he's still fighting on Fight Pass. But here we are.
And you know what? I'm going to pick Mike Pyle.
I might too, because the last time he fought, he beat the piss out of Sean Spencer.
Yeah, and, I know.
I don't know this Alberto Mina guy from Adam, although I've seen him fight, but I don't remember. I don't remember a thing about it.
So you got a don't care against the care, you know?
No, wait a minute. I cheated. I looked at Mina's record, and he's 12-0.
Yeah, 12-0 where? 12-0 where?
Two of them are in the UFC, including a win over Sexyama.
Yeah.
A split decision, but still.
Depleted. Nah, it's all right. I'm going with Pyle. I'm going to go with the redneck. It's all right.
I see. Sure, throw out a racist slur against my people.
It's not racist, man. The guy worked.
Totally racist. That's a complete slur.
He worked the fields. I had a girlfriend from the South spend a long time telling me that redneck was not racist, but was a term of honor.
I see. Well, you know, the thing is, we Scots-Irish don't mind having.
Oh, Donna Shalala. Okay, I heard that once. I heard it a million times.
I'm just trying to raise racial consciousness amongst my people, Eugene.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That's like the equivalent of the people filling out the petition against Jesse Williams for giving the speech at BET because he's they say he's a racist for speaking out against racism.
Who's saying this?
18,000 people have signed the petition on change.org.
This is a massive genius troll, man.
This is the conservative. They call it playing the race card, and it means you're racist.
That was a great speech, man. That was a phenomenal.
It really
speech.
was. I've never watched Grey's Anatomy, and I was very impressed with the dude.
But you know what I wanted him to do, much like the pork chop preachers of a generation before him. At the end of that speech, I wanted him to say, "Take out your fucking wallet, Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel Washington, and pony some shit up into a college fund now. You're not walking around with $100 million and driving expensive cars and talking about how, you know, to quote the dead Kennedys, how you know that the niggas feel cold, you know, and the slums got so much soul. Fuck you, pay me."
You think a college fund would really help? I mean, that money would just pour right into the pockets of for-profit universities and.
Yeah, maybe. You know, I mean, my mother's worked for years in these transition programs, you know, at-risk kids from high school to college, and it makes a fucking difference, man. Even if it's a trade school, it most certainly makes a difference. You know, that's why I try to tell.
The University of Phoenix.
Nah, well, you know what? I was making fun of Airco Technical Training School, and my old karate instructor actually said, "What are you talking about?" That's where I went. That guy has never been unemployed in the 25 years I've known him. Never been unemployed. Was a homeowner about the same time I was a homeowner. Always has nice shit. Always employed. Fuck that.
There you go. A ringing endorsement of tech colleges. Now we're on to the main
you
card.
compare his to my Stanford degree, and one of us comes out looking very stupid.
How much college debt did you come out of Stanford with?
Well, I came out with 10,000, but because I was an asshole smashing the state, I had a nice package with scholarships, Pell Grants, and federal student loans. And then the last year, Reagan said, "Yeah, if you're going to get a federal student loan, you need to do something for us too." I go, "Like what?" "Oh, you need to register for the draft." I go, "We will not do what they want to do what they say." "Oh no." So then I had to take a high interest loan on that 10 grand. That took me about 12 years to pay off.
Ouch, genius. But you fought the power, Eugene.
Fought the power, man. I don't do, you know, fuck you. I don't do what you tell me.
I see. Yep. All right. So moving on. Oh, first fight on the main card, lightweight, Joseph Duffy versus Mitch Clark.
Yes, I care.
You might remember Duffy from such moments as beating Conor McGregor.
Yep. But he was injured recently, so I don't know. But I think he's not close enough so he could get discombobulated by Red Panty Night. But hey, Marty, could you pass me that phone there for a second? Yeah, this one here. Yeah. Fuck. Okay, so that he'll get discombobulated, but he's close enough to really want it.
I see. But remember, remember how badly he got outclassed by Dustin Poirier in his last outing?
Dustin Poirier's been on fire, man. That's not a comparison that is holding water with me. He's a renewed fighter after that McGregor thing. So
you think Duffy can beat Mitch Clark though?
The Mitch Clark 5? Yeah, I think so.
Nobody. The number of people in our demo that know who the Dave Clark 5 are is me, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not gonna pick Duffy?
Mitch Clark isn't very good either. Although he did beat Ali Quinta. I got to go with Mitch Clark. I think Duffy might gas himself, and Clark might submit him.
Okay. All right. So
I'm just doing it to make it interesting now.
All right. I'll put you down for Clark.
All right. So, welterweight Alan Jouban versus Bilal Muhammad.
I care.
Because of Jouban?
Yeah, Jouban.
And you pick?
I'll pick Jouban.
All right. I don't care. Jouban's just never done it for me. But now we've got heavyweight Derek the Black Beast Lewis versus Roy Nelson.
Yes, I care.
I care too.
What's your pick?
This is a tough one.
You're a big Lewis booster, but so you got these two sluggers.
It's a tough one because Roy's fading, and Lewis is surging. But at the same time, I think Roy's got a lot more ring savvy and cardio. This is going to be a secret weapon here.
And better on the ground.
Maybe infinitely better on the ground. And I think he can ride out any rushes Lewis tries on him. And I think
I'm picking Nelson, man.
I'm picking Nelson too. I'm picking Nelson.
You stalled.
Nelson.
You were muttering and stuttering, and I got in there. Boom, Nelson, done.
I picked Roy Nelson.
See, but you were a big Lewis booster last time, but
he's fun as shit, man. He's enormously fun,
Yep. Okay.
All right. So now we come to the main event. Lightweight champion Rafael dos Anjos versus Eddie Alvarez. I can't believe this is a title fight.
Yeah. Why can't you? Whoa, stop! Why can't you believe it's a title fight?
Because it's on Fight Pass. Yeah, it's just. I mean, if you're in the Lorenzo Fertitta doghouse, you're just glad you're not in the trunk of a car heading out to the desert. That's what I.
Fucking trunk of the car, man. You'd be lucky to have that. That would be respite.
Yes.
You last minute instead of dropped into a fucking meat grinder in the kitchen. This is
That'll
tough.
clog up your meat grinder, even if you've got the best.
This is tough, man. This is making my head hurt. But you know what? I'm gonna have to go with the RDA on this one.
I too have to go with RDA because Eddie Alvarez is like a 3-trick pony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think. I think RDA has the playbook to decode these boxer wrestler types.
Yeah, and I think it's a weird kind of Lost Battalion inversion. I think being keenly aware of where you are in the fucking Phantom Toll booth sometimes is a motivating factor because it sucks.
Yeah.
Especially if you had been, in the winner's circle, golden boy,
Indeed. Wow. I still can't believe they've got a lightweight title fight on Fight Pass. All right, moving right along to the next card. This is Thursday night. We got a Fight Pass.
Hold on. When is UFC Fight Night 90?
90 is, I'm sorry, that one's Thursday night, July 7th. Yeah. This one is Friday night, July 8th, and this one, at least the main card, will be on Fox Sports 1.
And what is the one on Friday? It's a finale.
TUF finale, TUF 23 finale, the Ultimate Fighter 23 finale.
Okay.
Joanna Jedrzejczyk.
Yeah,
Jedrzejczyk versus Claudia Gadelha. All right, so diving right in, there's 2 fights on Fight Pass that started off. Welterweight Jingliang versus Anton Zafir.
I don't care.
I don't care either. All right, lightweights. Although Jingliang is sort of interesting as the last vestigial remains of the UFC's current attempts to break into the Chinese market. All right, lightweight Jake Matheus, and he is kind of a tough kid.
Look at this. Look how good I am. That's how excited I am about that fight. Eugene is doing chain tricks. Okay.
See, so if you're listening to the podcast version, you missed some magic right there. You better get on YouTube and check that out. I rescind that. I'm gonna care because Jingliang actually is fun as shit. I don't think he's that great, but he brings it and he's fun. I don't know that I'm gonna pick him, but yeah, what the heck? I'm gonna pick him.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah, there you go.
So you pick Li Jing?
I pick Jingliang.
Okay, well I'm putting your pick down, because I'm not picking them, but because I don't care. But all right, I just want to be able to get your wrong ones. I want to get your wrong. Yeah, your wrong ones right. Yeah, hey, look, you see this? You see this drink? Yeah, I drank this. Yeah, I drank this about a week ago, and it gave me explosive diarrhea.
And now you're back for more.
I'm back for more.
Is that your weight loss plan?
That's as of now. It's yeah, yeah. I know. I'm sorry. This is my sponsor. I shouldn't talk shit about them.
that
For
is.
that good old explosive diarrhea feeling. All
How
right.
do we not have more sponsors on this show? I am baffled. Corporate
Okay.
America.
All
You
right, come
watching?
on down.
Yeah.
I too will talk about the relationship between your product and my anus.
Yeah. Okay. 3 fights on Fox Sports 1 prelims. Up next, middleweight Cezar Ferreira versus Anthony Smith.
I don't give a fuck.
Not even for Ferreira. I believe they call him Mutante, don't they?
Yeah,
Mutanche.
Mutanch, Anthony.
Mutanche.
So there's Anthony Ferreira. No, I don't care.
No.
I'm sitting next to Sorrell, and he doesn't give a fuck. So
Wow. That's pretty harsh. How's Sorrell feeling about the Rio Olympics?
oh, he actually went on quite a bit about the Rio Olympics, and he said it's grim beyond all measure. Either they're not ready, people there don't give a fuck. It's going to be chaos. It's a big mistake, and it's probably the last thing that Brazil in total needs. So we talked about it this morning. Yeah. He
Yeah.
just got back from there. He was just there. So
It seems like a disaster in the making. And I'm noticing the U.S. media is really having a fun time just crucifying Brazil over this. So, anyway.
yeah.
All right. So, now we've got Cezar Ferreira versus Anthony Smith. So you don't care about Mutanch?
No, I don't care about Mutanch. And
I
I sort of borderline care about Mutanch. And
yeah, I think
everything goes straight to hell.
Familiarity has bred contempt.
And I care a little bit about Smith, but not enough, man. So sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. All right, flyweight. Matheus Nicolau versus John Moraga.
Oh, man. Yeah, I care.
I care too. And I'm always getting John Moraga mixed up with Lineker, and sometimes you don't correct me. But Lineker had to move up to bantamweight, and Moraga's coming off. I mean, I got to go with Moraga here pretty clearly because he's at that Kenny Florian or Uriah Faber level where he just cleans up on anybody who's not the elite of the division.
All right, so yeah, I agree. So I will go with Moraga, and I care, but it makes me feel slightly sad
because.
I don't know, man. I'm not getting a good feeling about this one, man. Moraga's not on the way up. Like, remember when I charted your lifetime success that your peak is either in front of you or it's behind you. There's no two ways about it.
When was your peak, Eugene?
I'm peaking.
You're peaking.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm peaking.
Wow. In some ways, my peak is probably now family man, got a great lifestyle, everything. But in other ways, 1999 was my peak. I got to admit it. No shame there. All right, so now we got featherweight.
But I think again, I think this is like a lost battalion type thing. I think lack of awareness of limitation also enriches a sense of peaking. So like the year that I was in Leonard Part 6, before Leonard Part 6 actually came out,
when it looked like it was going to be a hit.
When it looked like it was going to be a hit, I got a couple of TV shows. I got Leonard Part 6. I put out the Fear Power God compilation cassette with Anton LaVey, Allen Ginsberg, Jello Biafra, Lydia Lunch on it. I mean, I had some creative high points, man. I was selling tons of records, doing the book tour, getting lots of press. And my awareness of how badly it would come crashing down, not even a full year later, was, the delta. The delta between how high I was and how low I'd fall was pretty stunning, even though probably in total I'm at a higher position now. So so lack of awareness really sharpens a sense of peak, especially when it's followed by total failure.
Exactly. My little flirtation with OxyContin and Vicodin that made it especially and X, actually mixing in X, which makes me manic and crazy.
Yeah. It's like Hitler. You do some video editing and you got a pretty good career. Like, you cut away the Stalingrad thing and you're like,
exactly.
Well, unless you're Jewish, I've built the Autobahn. I got, but you got to.
VW Bug.
It's in total that we're concerned. Not the guy on the submarine to Argentina, but the guy with the parades.
I see, the guy with the big torchlight parades.
Yeah.
All right, so now we've got featherweight Fernando Bruno and Gray Maynard.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They're sticking it to us with this. God damn it. Yeah, I care, and this hurts.
Yeah, I don't even.
Especially because I'm going to pick against Maynard.
Me too. Me too. He's riding a 4-fight losing streak, and he's lost 5 out of his last 6. And the fight before that was a draw against Frankie Edgar that he basically lost, although in an incredible fight. Yeah. I mean, Maynard is like a living testament to the price of being in 2 incredible wars. I mean, 2 of the best fights I've ever seen in my life.
No.
And what a pun! And the gods have yet to stop punishing him for it.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the myth of the archer Yi in Chinese mythology?
No.
So there's 10 suns, right? And they take turns, 1 sun at a time, and the other 9 suns cool their heels. And eventually the suns start arguing about which one is going to be in the sky that day. And so one day, 2 of them go out there. And then the next day, they're like, fuck it. And they all go out there. And the whole earth is burning up, and the gods are mad, and the mortals are praying and everything. So the king of heaven sends one of his demigod minions down.
Also known as a demon.
Well, he's not a demon. He's a demigod. Sends Yi down to shoot the suns out of the sky. And Yi does it. He shoots 9 out of the 10 suns out of the sky, and the gods have to punish him because he killed all the sons of the gods. You see, the suns were gods also. And so they doom Yi to live on Earth. Even
though they asked him to do this.
Even though they asked him to do it. And then he teaches a mortal how to shoot a bow and arrow. And the mortal, first thing he does is shoot Yi in the back. So there you go. All right.
That's like that post I put up on Instagram. Creante top team. And then the icon for those just listening on iTunes is a guy in a gi getting stabbed in the back by another guy in the gi.
Exactly. I knew a tale of betrayal would touch close to your heart. All right. So now we've got the 6-fight main card, although we don't know who the TUF finales are going to be yet, finalists are going to be yet. But we've got the other 4 cards. Lightweight, Joaquim Silva and Andrew Holbrook.
Don't give a shit.
Me neither. Featherweight, Choi, Choi, and Thiago Tavares.
Wow. Fuck you. I almost want to care because of Tavares.
I've cared about Tavares many times, but it feels like
you feel burned, right? You feel burned.
He's a gig.
How about this? I'm gonna be bold. I don't care.
Is Sorrel cursing you in the background?
No, we got the Republican here who refuses to put his pants on.
I see.
He's protesting. He's supporting Trump and protesting pantslessly, running around the place. Like Jeff Monson at Abu Dhabi.
How touching. All right, so we don't care about Choi versus Tavares.
No, it's a protest vote.
Now we've got lightweight Ross Pearson against newcomer and former Bellator champ Will Brooks. This is the reward you get for jumping from Bellator to the UFC. You get to be on the TUF finale.
I care.
Yes, I care too. And who do you pick?
I'm going to pick Pearson, man.
Really? I got to go with Brooks, man. Pearson is...
Yeah, but you know what? I'm coming off of a string of seeing underperforming Bellator fighters when matched up with UFC fighters.
Like Matt Mitrione?
That smelly Matt Mitrione fight against Hasuna.
Mitrione.
Oh, what? You don't say goodbye? Look at it. There we go. we have a special way of saying goodbye at Team Sorrel. There we go.
How touching. How touching.
See, now he made me feel bad. He waved. His response to my give it the double bird was to wave.
He must be new on the team.
It's Sorrel himself.
Sorrel. That's just Sorrel knowing how to fuck with you. That's
it's a jiu-jitsu move. He counters with kindness.
Right. Brutal. So you're gonna pick Ross Pearson, huh?
Yep. Because Ross Pearson's on his way out. And if I'm Ross Pearson, I want to shit all over Will Brooks's cake in the most potent way possible. And you know what? And I secretly think Zuffa and the bald one wouldn't be opposed to it. You know?
No, I don't think so at all. They've got a very petty, very, very petty way of looking at things. So yeah, Brooks. I got to go with Brooks though. You know why? Because I'm an optimist.
I understand it, but I'm going to go with age on this one for not very sound reasons.
I see.
I'll write you down for Brooks, okay?
All right. Well, we've got 2 TUF finales, and we know Amanda Cooper's going to be in one in the women's strawweight, and we know Andrew Sanchez is going to be in the light heavyweight. We don't know who their opponents are going to be, and I don't care about either of them. Do you?
Nope. Do not give a shit. There we go.
Is this another sponsor you're plugging?
Another sponsor. They haven't given me diarrhea, but I like them nonetheless.
Wow, they haven't given me diarrhea. That is a
they're gonna put that on their page as a quote. Hasn't given me diarrhea. Eugene S. Robinson.
I would say you can't buy an endorsement like that, but apparently
you can.
and probably for a t-shirt. It looks like the price of that is one free t-shirt. All right. So now we've got the title fight, second title fight of the week. Women's strawweight, Joanna Jedrzejczyk versus Claudia Gadelha. This is
yes, I care. And I'm gonna have to go PL on the whole way on this. So
PL.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
International two-letter designation for the country Poland.
Ah, I see. Because your lady is a Pole.
She is.
I see. And she's already beaten Gadelha once.
From Dijnov, yes.
I see. So, I'd like to make it interesting for you and the fans, but I got to go with Joanna. I think she's gotten better, and I think Gadelha has been plateaued. And I think it's going to be like Demetrius Johnson and who's the guy? The guy that's
Howard.
Andy Dick. No, the Andy Dick of the flyweight division. Ian.
Uncle Creepy McCall.
Ian McCall. Yeah, where they at one point fought to draw, but at this point everyone knows who the better fighter is. I think Joanna is just peaking and is incredibly good. I think her skill set's just a bad matchup for Claudia. So. This is a tough gig if you think about it in a lot of different ways, man. I mean, it really is a tough gig because the fighter thing, because it really is largely there are lots of jobs you can do in America if you don't give a fuck. If you don't give a fuck, yeah. You can show up if you're an engineer, you work at Safeway, and it doesn't even have to. Who cares if they fall down? Right?
It doesn't even have to be blue collar, working class jobs. I have lots of friends who are engineers. They show up to work. They don't give a fuck. They just to do the thing. I'm not saying you. No, you seem fired up about it. But I have other friends who are engineers. I met one yesterday. Works at YouTube. He's like, hey. All right, man. So, but this is a job that you absolutely can't not give a fuck. Or let me put it this way: you can.
Ask James Pulver how that works.
You can not give a fuck, but that's not a look that's going to play well.
How'd that work out for Phil Baroni?
Yeah. Oh, but I think Baroni cared. He went through periods of not caring.
Exactly. I mean,
his caring was
for fights.
Yeah. I was hoping he stayed around in this significant way longer because I wanted to get a job as his translator.
I see, because you think you speak Long Island.
He was in Long Island. The guy's Brooklyn,
Long Island, Brooklyn is Long Island.
No, it's not really.
Yes, it is. It's I've seen maps.
The guy's in Bay. He's from Bay Ridge, man. I talked to him. He knew he's friends with Andy Bastinto, who used to be the head of the New York Gym Association, who used to put on the bodybuilding shows I did. So we had friends back in common, and he would talk, and I'd watch Californians going to go, whoop, and I'd feel like saying, what he said was, it was really great, man. It was really the closest I've come to feeling like bilingual, It was like, it was a 1-to-1 correlation. I didn't have to put it through a translator. I understood exactly what he was saying. You guys was what he said was.
And sometimes you'd have to jump in with what he meant to say was.
Yes, exactly.
When he clearly misspoken. Yeah. All right. Well, that's our show, but we'll be back tomorrow with the Care Don't Care for UFC 200.
Yes, we will.
And there's the thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Also, they'll have vivisections for all these fights. Zane has that all under control. They'll have some today, some tomorrow. We'll have 6.
You know what? I made a joke about this explosive diarrhea. However,
now you got some and you got to run. Is that what you're saying?
Oh man! All right.
Well, follow Eugene on Twitter at Eugene S. Robinson. Follow me at KidNate. Read me on BloodyElbow.com. Read Eugene at Aussie.com. And adios, MMA aficionados. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Eugene.
All right, man.